Hello everyone, DQ here, and the walk I have for you today is a safe walk. It's the Sargent and Greenleaf model 6804, and this is a very cool walk. It's lever walk. It's used on safes obviously, and it's also rekeyable, but I don't have other bitted keys to show you, but I will try to do my best to explain it as much as I can. And also I haven't seen anyone pick open this walk on YouTube with gutting before, so if that's the case, I believe this is the first public recorded pick ever. So if you know that someone has picked this walk and I'm not aware of it because I searched and I didn't find any videos, please let me know. And if not, I am very proudly presenting you the first public pick of the Sargent and Greenleaf model 6804. So let me now show you the internals and we'll get to picking after that. Okay, so here we have all the internals of the Sargent and Greenleaf 6804. First thing I want to mention is that this walk, as you can read here, is actually rekeyable. Insert key firmly to unlock and to change new key. And the way that's done is we have the how do you call this in English? Let's call it the actuator. No, it's the bolt. Okay, that's the bolt, which when you turn the actuator, this little part here, when you turn it with tensioner or with the key, I will demonstrate my tensioner now. Just a smashed nail. You can turn it and you can see it grabs it and moves it. So tensioning will be done this way. But the thing I wanted to explain is when you use the key, it will actually stop somewhere right here. And this position you can access from the back this hex screw, and you need to actually rotate it, I think 4 turns, which will loosen this part here that keeps the beating of the lock. And after you loosen, you insert another key. I just don't have another key to demonstrate, and rotate it again, and this will set the levers to a new position, this part here. Then you tighten it again and it's done. And this is because all of the levers are the same basically. It doesn't matter which lever will be first, I still keep them organized, but they're identical. When you overlay them, you can see the false gates, the true gates, everything is absolutely the same. There is no spacers between them, they're just 7 levers, which are beating dictated by those parts here that interact with them. And so when you pick the lock, you basically tension until these parts hit into the levers. So let's just install one lever. You clearly see that each lever has its own spring, so they isolate. Basically one lever will bind at the time, 2 at most. But yeah, when you apply tension, as you can see, the bolt stops, and when you lift into false gate, as you can see, it moves more. So when we start picking, the first stage will be get everything into a false gate. So as you can see, this movement here is very tiny, but this is your sign you have all levers in the false gate. Then after that, it's basically jiggle test. As you can see, jiggle testing. Some levers will be moving because of the spring, they will spring back, but some of them will be rock solid. So the ones that are rock solid need to be pushed, but because the bolt is retracted too much, you actually need to counter rotate a little bit with the tensioner to be able to set past the false gate. And once it's past the false gate and you apply tension, trying to do this through the camera and with the lock disassembled, but yeah, once you have it in the through gate, the bolt will retract and the lock is picked. So yeah, basically this lock has those picking stages that I discovered with these tools. Usually locksmiths will pick it with 2-in-1 tool, which is also a decoder, and it's a lot easier. But I am not a locksmith, I am hobby enthusiast, so I will be picking it with wire pick and with nail tensioner. The pick is made from broken honest dongshift lock, but you can use 1mm wire, works as well. This tool is not made just now. I actually used it to pick the Western Electric 30C, and I didn't want to cut it short, so that's why I didn't go from here in the QA, but rather from this end. And basically I put the lever positions here to be able to orient myself. But for the first and last lever, it's pretty easy to check it. You just go all the way in, rotate your pick 90 degrees and pull back. And as soon as you hit that last lever, your pick will stop. Then you rotate back, move just a tiny bit, and you are exactly on the last lever. Same thing applies for the first lever. Rotate 90 degrees, ram into the first lever, push. When your pick stops, rotate back, move a little bit, and you're on the lever. And once you start setting some levers, using this technique, you can actually track where you are in the QA and not rely that much on those markings. I didn't need them that much, but they were help for that last lever, because sometimes it's easy to get on a different lever, you jiggle test it, you feel which lever is binding, but when you counter rotate, you may slip and you may actually accidentally set the other lever. So you have to be careful about that. This is the front plate of the wok. And yeah, we have, as I explained, those beating dictated parts. You can actually see how the beating corresponds on the key here. See? Which is pretty cool. And yeah, overall, that's the most important things I have to say about this wok. Picking goes as I explained, and the tools I explained them already. And yeah, just you have to be consistent. There may be some errors. You could overset, but if you feel that you've overset, it's easier to just reset the whole wok and drop everything. So right now I'm here, I'm showing you exactly how the wok is reassembled, because I have to do that anyway. Here we have this washer part, and this spring stays here and compresses all the levers with this to keep them stacked. And yeah, they're very close together, and your pick needs to be thin. Otherwise, you can actually accidentally set two levers at a time, which is not good. So yeah, you have to be careful about that as well. So jiggle test over and over, just to be sure that you're not on the wrong lever. That's very important. And yeah, this wok also doesn't have that post in the middle that most safe woks have, so that's why I was able to get away with using this tool right in the middle, basically like that. And from here, the other two like that. And yeah, such a cool wok, and I believe that's the first public pick ever recorded on YouTube. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and let's get to picking. Okay, here we have the Sargent and Greenleaf model 6A04 and 6A05. We have the logo here. Beautiful look. Is working. That's open. So let's try to pick it. I'm gonna use nail tensioner. This fork starts with okay. I have some movement, so I'm probably in the false gate of one of the levers. Okay, and it's picked. It was lever 6. So as you can see, the bolt is retracting, and I will even disassemble it in the picked position so you can see. So let's quickly remove those screws. Since the bolt keeps the tension, I can actually take out the tensioner. Have a pretty strong spring that compresses the levers. So here are the spring, 2 bolts, and the front plate. I will leave it here. So as you can see, the lock was picked. Now I relocked it so we can disassemble it. Seven levers. We have this mechanism here with this part which is for the rekeying mechanism. As you can see, all of the levers are actually the same lever, but the bitting is dependent and dictated by those parts. I'm not going to remove them, but you can clearly see everything is there. If you unscrew this bolt, they can actually move, and as I explained, they can be rekeyed to the lock. But yeah, those have the false gate notches as well. And everything is here and it's working. Here we have the actuator, which is spring loaded with this little spring detent. And here this spring keeps it in check, stops it from over rotating. And that's why you need that top spring to compress the levers, because it also compresses this part, which when you rotate it, it pushes the actuator inside. Let me quickly show you. So when you go and rotate it, it grabs the fence and moves it. So yeah, this is the housing. I won't disassemble it any further, but I think that's all there is that you can remove. And here we have all the levers. I will show them to you after. I'm not going to zoom, actually, I'm just going to show them like this. They do have false gate notches as well. And as I explained, they are practically the same lever. The bitting is dependent on the other part, which is the rekey part of this lock. It's totally solid because it's obviously working for the lock. But yeah, here is the bitting. You can kind of see it like this. Yeah. And those are all solid, as you can see, they're not moving. And when you untighten this, and you can actually change rekeys, but I don't have the key, another key to show you. I have just this one. And yeah, this is the Sargent and Greenleaf model 6804 picked and gutted. That is the first public pick and gut that I could find. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day and bye bye.